find two. It's just Bialy left. 1v4, Deeg in hand, bomb on his back. He's going to try and take control along. Chris J's there with the AWP. They peek into it. Chris J. Collateral.
Well, at least that's a little bit of extra damage done for Virtus.pro. It'll only be 3 players surviving rather than 4. But even still, Mousesports have started to build up cash. They've got plenty of money going forward into this. AWP back in play, this time on Pasha. Well, you mentioned it earlier. There's plenty of players on this team who can AWP. He was, at least before they changed players, he was the man that we looked to with this AWP. Yeah, in fact, he was one of the only informed players in the whole of Virtus.pro. If they want a map, he seemed to be at the helm.
Yeah, and that's why I was so surprised to see Snacks picking it up a few rounds ago. And now he got it back in the hands of Pasha.
I think it was because they only had 3 weapons, so it was just he could afford it.
Like that, Rops. They get a tag low, that nade does do a good job of that. Low, he's giving them a foothold. Rotation can come in for Rops, but he's tagged low as well. They have to be careful. It's this flank Sunny that could have made all the difference, but all it's done is give them a foot in the door. Now, man advantage taken for VP. They've slowed down. They're going to start to back away from A. Chris J. He's the one up on platform that could make all the difference as this play looks to come in. He's holding it with the AWP. Oscar's here at long. Does discover that looks like VP have vacated the premises. But no, VP doubling the bomb back again. They're trying to sell a double fake. Or maybe not. They're just going to go into the A play. They catch Robs off guard over in mid, and that's it. The signal comes in. They're going to start to push on up, and Oscar holding the cross with the AWP. He's the first to Neo. Repeeks back into it. He's going to offer himself up, but he does get the trade. He's going to tag low. Sticker going to pick the AWP up. That's the call to save, and VP, they're in with the 4th round.
Yeah, the wall saving Pasha a little bit there as Oscar pretty much had to make a massive play. They read the rotation a little bit wrong there, Mousesports, thinking that they have rotated back towards the B side. Possibly a little bit of sound made by Virtus.pro, and well, they're at least going to make things a little bit more costly. The AWP goes down. T-side don't have a huge amount of cash, so if they do want that in the next round, they're probably going to have to go and save it. Although I imagine Snacks may be able to drop one in the next. Should that AWP unless somebody's going to be dead stopping. So yeah, AWP will be saved. He would have been able to drop one anyway, but doesn't really want to have that extra cost. And for the CT side, well, saving those 2 AWPs has just saved them a load of money. They had so much cash anyway, they could have rebought everything, tried to do some damage. Instead, they've just said to themselves, you know what? We're confident in the way that we're playing. Let's just keep the AWPs, make sure that even in the next round, if we lose, we can still buy anyway. And then we'll go into it and just try and win this round out and reset Virtus.pro once again.
And this is interesting, you know, VP, they've won that previous round. It's them taking the tactical pause, wanting to try and figure out how it is they're going to go into this. Double AWPs carried forward. They are aware of that. And I mean, you know, there were a few times in that previous round where things got messy.
Well, yeah, I think there was a little bit of luck involved. Of course, if Oscar gets that kill, it's back to a 3 versus 3. Also, if they don't read the rotation slightly wrong, then who knows what could have happened. But that was well played by Virtus.pro to actually bait them into a rotation over on the B site. Tactical pause taken. See if they can come in with something a little bit different now. Normally, with the knowledge of double AWPs, is where you'll see maybe a faster play out. Instead, they've set up Pasha to try and counter at least one of the AWPs. Again, we're going to see a bit of aggression over towards the A side of the map, but the majority of the contest will be heading over towards B. Nothing spotted as of yet. We'll see if Chris J actually goes for maybe a bit more of an aggressive peak with that AWP. Drop control once again will go the way of this T side with Rops. Somewhat the lone defender. Has Sunny rotating into support. Actually, they are going to go in. Crossfire is available, but actually the shot slightly missed. Sunny is going to get absolutely nothing as Snacks doubles down with 2 kills. This leaves just 1 man over towards this A site. But then again, would you want anybody else?
Oscar's here, Mihu going to be coming his way. Mihu is going to fall. Pasha now has to turn his attention back out towards mid, and that nade finds a little bit of damage. He's going to be holding. Sticko about to walk on round. Pasha misses, and that is critical. Now with 3 players in the back line, VP. They turn their attention down towards mid. They're all pushing in from long, and VP, they don't have eyes on this. One thing they do have going for them is Neo. Balcony time. To find one. Neo in with the other. It all falls to Chris J, and he goes down as Neo cements that round for VP. It is going to be a 5th. There's still plenty of money on the board for Mouse.
Yeah, good hold in the end. It looked like they were going to let that one go, but double up in a retake, not going to be easy for Mouse Sports, and it doesn't work out. Again, quick push towards that A site actually seems to be the way that they're finding holes in the defense, especially through middle. There's only really been 1 defender there, and that's twice now that they've managed to negate the position of Oscar and just have him completely out of the picture, whichever side he was on. So props to Virtus Pro. They're going to win that one with 3 players alive as well, so starting to build up a little bit of a bank, enough that if they did lose this round, they would still have somewhat of a bye. It wouldn't be ideal though, so they're going to want to win one a little bit more cleanly. And now, well, the attempt is to try and reset that economy of Mouse Sports, leave them in a position where they just don't have the finances, especially not to go for this double orb setup, because this is now the 3rd round in a row that they managed to buy it out. Of course, in the previous it was saved, but either way, this time they've gone aggressive into middle. There's been no real presence towards long from Virtus Pro up until this point, where we currently have me who just sat in the corner waiting for them.
They try boosting over that smoke bombs, that double back. It's going to be a play out towards A. Sunny is to watch out. He's aggressive in mid. Rops is going to have to take this roll up of watching the play out from Connector. As Oscar's been smoked off, that forces him back into A. Rops is able to get the first. Snacks goes down. Bialy still waits here though. The 3 players of VP, they're out through long. Start to come on in, and Sunny on the ramp. Yes, spotted me who's missed him, and that's Sunny to find the frag. Now, the remaining players have to quickly collapse into this site. They do get the bomb down, but Sunny still a real problem for them. He's the closest man in mid. Bialy tagged within inches of life. Gonna get taken out. Pasha on the flank finishes off Sunny. 2 versus 2. It's Chris J and Sticko. Try and retake this site. Neo, he's spotted one. He hears the footsteps. He knows they're both here. He plays it round the heart, and this is perfect. Pasha's wrapping up from long. They're going to smoke it off. Sticko's on the defuse. Neo tracks him down, but he's not been able to find it. He goes running through. Sticko gets it done, and then Neo falls at the end. It's a disaster for VP, and Mouse Sports, they're going to be in with a 7th. How has that happened?
Oh, that is just a little bit of luck that the spray from Neo just doesn't quite connect, and I think he just assumed that they'd tapped the bomb and walked off by the end of that spray. He thought, no way I've missed that many bullets onto Sticko. But that is now, again, the 3rd time in a row that Virtus Pro have managed to just get onto the site without really too much effort. They've avoided, I will say, it does look like a little bit of luck a lot of the time. Like a double stack towards long, they go mid. Double stack towards mid, they go long. It's just like they're reading them perfectly. And then, well, it comes close in the retake. Again, but this time it's Mouse Sports coming out on top. Both teams spending pretty much everything they have to buy into this one. And this time Chris J does go aggressive, but Pasha has been waiting for him multiple times. Pop flash goes out. Sticko wins the trade. They've got to watch out for that drop down spot, but it's currently smoked off. So the T's can't really split in, so there isn't going to be a trade as of yet at least. Push going all the way through long from Sunny finds all the information necessary, but actually T's are going to boost back out. And Sunny has to be careful not to overface in this situation and give a way for them to leave.
Yeah, he's staying near enough nearby that he can hear the rotations. All the information he gets is massive, and he can still come in quickly if they make the play in towards B, and that looks to be the plan. VP throw in at the smokes and flashes. Stico going to go down. Now it's Oscar on the rock. Try and shut this play down. He's here alone. Him and Rops both fall. It's all on Sunny. And while he's hot on their heels, Bialy is holding down the angle. There should be no way back into this for Sunny. He's going to get re-smoked, and that seals his fate. Time will tick too low. Sunny starts to back away. And VP, they're into the 6th round.
Yeah, now the big thing for Mouse Sports is what they actually do in this next one. They have Sunny with a rifle. Stico and Chris J could buy up another couple, but it would have to be a risky force, and this is Virtus.pro's chance to pretty much get themselves the half, like get right back into this game. Over the last few rounds, they have looked a lot better. As said, sort of avoiding a lot of these players. Oscar with the AWP has been a little bit quiet so far. Like, they're just missing a few shots that could have made a big difference in the round, and every time seemingly getting overwhelmed. Either way, we get to wait and see whether or not the CT side are going to risk it, and they are. It will be the force buy-in. I'm not surprised by this, because they would only get 1900 going into the next round. They just won a round and lost a round, so their loss bonus is completely reset. It's not going to be a particularly good buy. And the T's, well, obviously they're going to buy into the next round no matter what happens. It won't be the best, but that's only if they actually lose this round.
Ashes had some pretty good success over here towards long. This time we're going to get smoked off. Once again, given control of drop, Snacks will take that all day long. The peek out from Oscar at long, though, going to go unpunished as Mihu does lose that duel. That's a gun down in mid. And you can see that Neo is going to be hanging around to keep an eye on it. Pasha's still just holding over here at B. Snacks as well. In drop. Has to be careful. Does have players either side of him. Comes in. Snacks takes the peek and does lose the duel. They're able to find Oscar down in mid, but that was the man with the Deeg. This man advantage. Ooh, gonna get stripped away from them is Neo. He's in with a second, gonna keep pushing up, and there's no brakes on this man. He's not charging in. He's in with a third. Rops has gone down. And Neo's made this interesting. Stico and Chris J both rotating round. Neo looks to do it all. He's on. I was going to say onto a fourth. He tags him low, but not quite.
This is
Pasha on the flank. That could be the big difference maker. Bialy starts to rotate back around. He knows he's secured this bomb site. And Pasha is just going to hold. Flash goes in. He smites them both down. And Pasha, he'll cement a 7th for VP.
You know, very, very smart from Virtus.pro towards the end of that round, just allowing for the push to come in from Neo. He continues his fight. The bomb does go to sort of support him, but in the meantime, Pasha then uses the play that Neo makes to go and take control of that B site. Very well played from VP in the end. It comes close, but now we have to see a force buy once again from Mouse Sports. The money has got away from them, the double AWP setup being so costly. Now, well, we'll see if they can do anything with the pistols. Their deagle play has been pretty good so far. Pasha is going to start things off again. The opener towards that plat position. No trade as of yet. There's going to be a bit more aggression coming out from the CT side as they look to try and fight things back. Chris J, in fact, pushing him up towards that deep smoke. And he is just going to take a lot of damage. I wonder if anything was actually seen there. He's just trying to really lurk around the edge of it. Second in face, got to try and go for something. Chris J does manage one. It's going to be a trade back. Stico right on his last legs. Even smoke grenade, a flashbang to kill him at this point. AWP going to be thrown into a position where it can't be collected. A little bit of aggression coming out from Oscar as well, trying to find out some information if they're actually still over towards this B side of the map. And well, his luck really has been very, very low. Wherever he peaks, somebody pushes from the other angle. Mihu literally walks perfectly in a circle around his opponent and will now be lurking him from behind.
Yeah, this is big for either side, though, because Mihu assumes that no one is doing this big flank. So if Oscar gets there in time, in theory, he can shut down this whole play on his own, but it's going to depend on timing. If Mihu secures his opening frags before Oscar can get there, which it very well looks like will happen, this flank is all for nothing. He finds the first, and now it's 1 HP on Stico. He hides. And he waits. And he's laid the trap. Now he springs out. He's in with one. Snax is able to return. It all falls down. Oscar and Bialy is quick to shut him down. VP, they're going to go 8-7 up on Cobblestone at halftime.
Yeah, really nice resurgence from Virtus.pro in the end on that T side, because it started sort of worrying. Okay, they managed to break back after the pistol round win for Mouse Sports. That was questionable. As said, like anybody who's won the first pistol round of any map that we've casted today has then lost the second round. Not going too well. But then they streak 5 rounds together. They make a lot of money. Obviously, they won that round off sort of pistols as well, both teams with some sort of sketchy buys. It was the pistols for Virtus.pro in the second, which was actually just them saving. And then you had that one round with the AK of Sunny where that single AK manages to steal a round away. And we see Mouse Sports build up a lot of cash. And that was the point where in my mind I was going, okay, now they run away with it. They've got the double orbs, they've got the utility. This is where Mouse Sports just become unstoppable. And to be fair to Virtus.pro, they broke them down. They managed to avoid a lot of the AWPs. Oscar didn't have a huge amount of impact. In fact, a lot of it was with the Deagle. And yeah, now we're into our pistol round, and it's just a straight push towards drop, and already it's going to be a slaughter. 2 kills going the way of the CT, but Oscar with the pistols once again is trading them back. Pasha on the site has quite a bit of work to do, but Rop's tapping away. Oscar getting himself his third, and now it's all on to Snax. Overwhelmed. Oscar with the assist. Chris J with another kill, and well, he may have been a little bit quiet with the AWP, but this man is definitely still in the server.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you would have loved for a big Snax clutch there on Cobble. Just
there's never been one of those before, has there?
Well, no, just because then you know you don't have the luxury of saying the Big Apple, but you've got Kiev, and that is also a food.
The chicken Kiev.
Chicken Kiev. So yeah, there's always that fact. It's the chicken Kiev, and Snax is hungry. I actually saw him having one of them earlier. So here we go. Good start. 4 Mouse, and they look to try and continue that. Me, who's already down over here at long rotation, is going to be coming on in as Mouse. It is a blistering pace that they assault this A bomb site with. They've opened up with 2 rotations have come in, and now they've slowed down a bit. They know that there could have been rotations coming in from VP, but look at this with Pasha. There's so much. Well, information's one thing. You have to win the fights out as well. Neo goes down. Pasha's left 1 versus 5, and this round looks like it should be eluding VP.
Yeah, Virtus.pro not really investing all of their money in this round. They've saved a little bit, so possibly going to invest into either another Deagle in the next round to try and do more damage. Well, I say more damage to try and do some damage because they haven't actually killed anybody in this round. Or just save it for extra utility, which on a map like Cobble, we're already sure just how annoying having a smoke go down every time on plat is, and Mouse Sports utilizing it quite well. So, yeah, I definitely can get behind them going for all of this extra utility if that's what they end up doing. For the T side so far, actually 4 rifles in this round, a fairly safe buy, but it's Chris J making money with that MAC-10, and while Pasha, unless they really do run very far out to look to try and hunt this weapon down, maybe Chris J, okay, that's fair enough because he's only got a MAC-10. But in fact, like Pasha, he can take Chris with it. He can, so at least that's 1 player drop, but I'm pretty sure Chris J would just buy another MAC-10 and just try and do the same in this round. Not going to be much investment. A P250 picked up for Neo. Same for Bialy. And actually, they're just going to juggle their Galil around instead.
So this is a good look from VP right now. I mean, they would definitely feeling a bit looking a bit rejuvenated at least right now with this roster change. Still early days, 9-8 right now, and a chance for Mouse to make some money here on Sunny as he turns his attention over towards drop. They're going to be going into a very stacked site. Everyone here for VP. Sunny slipped through. I think he was spotted. He doesn't know the Bialy's right behind him, and this is going to be Sunny shut down. That's the early man advantage picked up. Pasha's in with 1 more, and already VP are off to a flying start in this round. It's a round that they have no business getting anything done in. Of course, VP actually did this in the first half with no armor, just pistols. They managed to win a round. Right now, they've got a 2-man advantage, and rotation's going to be coming in over here towards A from both teams. 3 players here for VP, or about to be rather, as Mihu pushes down B long. Rotation continue to pour in. Mouse, they're going to have their work cut out for them. There is only 1 man inside of the site. That's Neo. He Yeah, he's going to get burnt out into the open. That's one man dealt with at least. Snacks through, but Robs with a boost employed. He doesn't find much from it. 3 versus 3 with bomb planted. Miho on the Galil. Pasha's going to start to fall away, looking to go and grab the AK. Well, rather not, actually. There isn't one dropped. So instead going to be going on a lengthy flank. Do damage. Bialy goes down as well. Miho doesn't stand the test of time. It is just Pasha left.
Yeah. Thankfully, Mousesports have managed to secure themselves this round. Pasha, as you said, is just looking to try and find himself an exit. Get one of these players as they push out from the site. Don't allow the T's to really make too much money. Now, the previous round was fairly clean. Pasha, he's going to get himself another one. That was an AK on the floor, but StarSeries is there to defend it. Only 2 players survive, and considering what was invested in that round, that's a very good round indeed for Virtus.pro. And now this is where all that extra money can be spent. Snacks, it's worth noting, is the one picking up the AWP. Pasha had actually the majority of the money. He had more money than his counterpart. I wonder, is it anything to do with spawn? Not particularly, no. So just on this map, it is one that Snacks used to pick it up a fair bit, especially over towards that long spot. So maybe it's just still going to be that same sort of dynamic of Virtus.pro, where different map, different people will have the AWP. Early on, Miho will spot out Oscar. Well, they'll spot out each other, I should say. And the T's, well, as said, they haven't actually built up that much economy. There's a couple of players, Oscar and StarSeries, top of the ball at the moment. Have some extra cash, but there is Snacks. Finds the opening. Doesn't have any armor, but just decides to fall back. Keep that early pick in favor of Virtus.pro. T-side, still the majority of them are around this area. Rops looking to try and play the lurk role as he waits over towards that drop-down position. There's a little bit of an aggressive spot from Miho as well in close mid. He does have the AWP to support him, but it does look like the T's even still are dedicated to this A site, deciding very early on indeed, and there's 3 players currently waiting. And I like this from Bialy. Just in case it all goes wrong, he's going to sit in that back corner.
Come the smokes from Mouse. It's going to go ahead and force Snacks to try and reposition. He gets a bit of a swap van. Struggles his way up. Actually finds Sunny. Sunny's gone down. Oscar's able to get one back, but in the blink of an eye, it's a 2 versus 4. Pops is making his way up. Weird. Neo finds him. Now it's Oscar. He doesn't expect Bialy. Late lurk in the corner, and that is VP in with a 9th round.
Solid hold from Virtus.pro. It did look like Mousesports just from... It almost as if someone at the beginning of the round had just said, yeah, we're going A. And nobody wanted to deviate from that plan whatsoever. So, yeah, it could be a bit of a questionable one. Now, Oscar had so much more cash to the rest of his team that they're going to try something a little bit interesting. Now, normally you only see a Catalyst Orb over on the CT side of this map, but they're just going to try and see if Oscar can do anything. The rest of the team will invest into Kevlar. They'll have enough money to buy into the next round anyway. In fact, StarSeries can drop another AWP if they desire it, and I think they probably will. So now the interesting thing will be not only, well, can they win the round, but how much damage can Oscar do? And well, there's the start. Pasha will be down. Again, every single player on the T side does have some form of armor, mostly without head armor, but it does mean every weapon dropped is something to be picked up. This time, though, the peak doesn't work out. Bialy sprays 3 down, headshots galore to remove the majority of this T side. AWP will go on to Chris J. Again, another very competent AWPer, so still a chance at least to do some damage, but Bialy has removed a lot of the danger in this round, and now Snacks homed in on that mid position, drops the bomb, gives Rops the AWP. We'll see if the young star can do anything more.
Yeah, he's back against the wall. Neo's discovered the bomb. Rops keeps on in. He wins the first duel. The attention now up towards long. It's a lengthy flank hit from Miho that could make such a big difference here. Bialy holds the angle. Rob's just focusing in. No one peeking out from VP. Miho holding for the fallback. Snack's going to go ahead and start to push down towards mid. Rob's with only 20 seconds. Just going to turn his attention to try and save. And that's why Mihu's here, to stop him from getting away with it. Timing's not great. Mihu looks over, does manage to find him, and that's going to be VP in with the 10th round. A nice 3K from Bialy to get that one on the board. There you go, according to the loot bet odds, it looked like VP weren't the one that people thought were actually going to take this this first match.
No, that doesn't overly surprise me. I think if I was going to go for either of the teams, it would be Mousesports, probably even in a 2-0. I think they're just, at the moment, they are the better roster. But Virtus.pro have come out fighting, and they've looked pretty good so far. They've lost both pistols, and at the moment, we still sit 10-10.
Well, in this round, Mouse, they'll turn their attention once again over here towards mid. They have Rops waiting over at B. Yeah, the flash goes in. The flash misses its mark. Oscar goes down as a result. Players pushing up through mid. Mihu still holds the angle, and Sunny comes round. Mihu finds him. This A-side take gets completely butchered. Rop's going to fall in drop. Leaves it on Sticko and Chris J. Pash is here. They're ready for this. Runs around the corner with the knife out. Sticko's there to help out. Start to make their way in a B, but don't worry about Bialy. He just emerged from drop. Let's find good damage in through the smoke. And now, they raid in. Force Chris J back. He's got 1 HP. The bomb's out in the open, and Sticko back against the wall. Fighting for his life. Able to drop Bialy. Neo trades, and now it is just Chris J. Oh, timing. Oh. This is such an awkward engagement. Hey, no! Snacks has gone down. Now Chris J's got 1 HP in the AWP. He's gonna make some noise.
I like that. That's to fake his drop sound. That's actually quite smart from Chris J. It's a shame. Like, I don't think Mihu's fallen for it at all. He's just gonna sit in the corner. And how many times is he gonna manage to jump past players? Finally, someone will put him down. A little bit of extra damage done by Chris J. I like the idea there,
yeah,
but
I admired him going for it.
Yeah, now, well, the money's just not going to be there for this round. They'll get enough to buy into the next anyway. Virtus.pro now take the lead. And, yeah, they've got the double up setup of their own. The thing here is, we can sort of invest a little bit of money over on the T side. I would quite like to see them just go for maybe a deagle or two and try and just make things costly. Because, again, it is the same as the previous half. Virtus.pro just haven't been able to build up much money. They're still on the edge of being reset in nearly every single one of the rounds that they win. So a little bit of damage for Mousesports could actually go a long, long way. And we've seen both these teams actually work wonders with what have been sort of force buys or saved weapons or even just small amounts of damage. So it's made for a very, very close affair. A very different story to what we saw in our series earlier on. Either way, we are going to see some pistols, CZs. P250, of course, for Oscar, as he wants to make sure he can buy up. I don't think he actually have enough for the AWP in the next round. I think it might have to be glass cannon if he actually gets one, so a little bit lower than everybody else. They've got some smokes. Only going to be one man initially over towards this A side of the map. It will, of course, be Snacks with the AWP, and now we do have Pasha on one as well. A deadly double AWP setup. However, it gives a chance for these pistols running in, but Mihu sprays them down. 3 kills. I thought we were finally going to get that ace that we were hoping for. It's not going to happen. Oscar left with only 43 HP. Bialy will be there to close things down. Only 1 player lost for Virtus.pro, so now the money building can begin. Mihu has plenty of cash to make sure that he can buy into the next round, and now we do get that buyout from the T side, and there is not going to be an AWP in it.
Yeah, they're forced down on rifles. Money isn't looking great. Now, perhaps going to see a bit of a change from Mouse. They were quite fond of A. They realise it hasn't yielded much fruit. They're going to send 4 players over towards B. Sticko now joining them. This might just be a fast play. A set piece into this B bomb site. Rops is already up. And onto the platform. Pasha does lie in wait with the AWP. Snacks peeked aggressively into mid early, and this might be enough to start making rotations to come in. Yeah, Snacks is going to be rotating around. pushed on in, but they've gone right past Theo. Now he emerges. Theo's in with one. It should have been a second, but Sunny's incredibly fast. Snacks and Mihu, the two players that were on A, they've arrived in this B-bomb site. The nade going to get rid of Sunny, and that makes this retake possible. Snacks going to get flashed in for the peek. Sticko rotating around for the flank in from behind. Mihu's hold. He suspects. Sticko's gone down. To check Coop, though. That's where Rops resides. He's caught them off guard from this place a couple of times now. He peeks out. Rops in with the double. And that is Mao's answering back with an 11th round. The only issue is now that reset is going to be looming over their heads.
Yeah, both teams, again, going to be in a position where money, restraints will be a big problem. Now, the CT side have already not only lost that double op setup, but Bialy will be down to just a UMP. There's only going to be a single kit, and even the utility is starting to take a bit of a hit itself. And we're going to actually have a tactical pause out from Maus. Now, I think that's the majority of the tactical pauses we've actually seen today have been based off the fact of, okay, we've just won a round, but we do not want to get reset. And that has been a massive problem all the way throughout the day, that just getting that singular round and then not having the finances to push it forward. Now, if Mousesports can win this round, they will reset the Polish side and pretty much lead themselves or put themselves in the driver's seat for the end of this first map. However, the same can be said for Virtus.pro. They have the chance to put Mousesports back onto that $1,400 life support. And then, well, even when you look at what they've currently got invested in this round, it's already a bit of a problem. Interested that Oscar has 2,800 and doesn't give Sticko an AK. So I wonder if he's just going to lead the way somewhere, try and go aggressive. In fact, the whole team is, they're going straight towards B again.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to over the wall of smokes. They jump high, this time they check. And there is no refuge for Pasha down there. Man advantage taken for Mouse. They're going to be allowed to get the bomb down that wall of smokes. It's incredibly strong. And save call.
Yeah.
We're going to come in for VP, looking to try and keep all four of these players alive.
Yeah, said it at the beginning of the round. They don't have much utility. So actually a very smart call from Mousesports to just go running into the site again. They would have known that they've done a lot of damage in the last few rounds with not that many people surviving, and that the economy wouldn't be that great for Virtus.pro. So yeah, a very, very good call. And I love that. I love the fact that Mousesports, I like the idea in my head at least, that Chris J took the pause and then all he said was, we're going to do the same here and same thing again, and then just sat there for like the next